United's latest signing has been confirmed as the new owner of the iconic shirt, so Goal looks at some of the others to have worn it over the years. Manchester United, of course, have had some truly iconic players wear the famed number 7 shirt, including the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, George Best, and Brian Robson. There have also been some major flops, namely Michael Owen and Alexis Sanchez, and new signing Mason Mount will be hopeful he eventually falls into the first category, having been handed the iconic jersey following his £60 million move from Chelsea. The England international has plenty of experience behind him, having become a regular contributor both at Stamford Bridge and for the Three Lions, but how will he deal with the weight of expectation that comes with wearing United's most legendary number? George Best, an icon on and off the pitch, Best remains the only Northern Irishman to win the Ballon d'Or, having finished as United's top scorer for 6 consecutive seasons before leaving in 1974. He helped the Red Devils win 2 league titles as well as the European Cup in 1968, with his goal in the final contributing to a 4-1 victory over Benfica. Brian Robson, Captain Marvel, was voted United's greatest ever player in a poll of their former players back in 2011, and for his all-action midfield displays it was easy to see why. Playing 461 times for the Red Devils, Robson scored 99 goals and became their first English captain to lift the FA Cup, as well as helping to secure Premier League and Cup Winners' Cup triumphs. Keith Gillespie, part of the United side that won the FA Youth Cup in 1992, Gillespie followed in his fellow countryman Best's shoes and was handed the number 7 shirt by Sir Alex Ferguson. He failed to fully establish himself at Old Trafford, however, with Andrei Kanchelskis keeping him out of the team for long periods before he was eventually sold to Newcastle in 1995. Eric Cantona. When permanent squad numbers were introduced to English football in the 1993-94 season, there was only really one option for United to hand their number 7 to King Eric. Signed from Leeds United in 1992, Cantona terrorized opposition defenses for 5 years at Old Trafford, scoring outrageous goals for fun as Ferguson's side began to dominate the English game. He will likely always be remembered for his infamous kung fu kick at Selhurst Park, but his playing legacy will never be forgotten. On the red side of Manchester, David Beckham, the ultimate celebrity footballer, Beckham grew from a precocious young winger into one of the better modern England captains during his time at Old Trafford. Though he didn't always see eye to eye with Ferguson, Beckham played a key role in the Red Devils racking up silverware during the late 1990s and early 2000s. He eventually left for Real Madrid in 2003 after making almost 350 appearances for the club he supported as a boy. Cristiano Ronaldo, stepping into Beckham's shoes was never going to be easy for any player, but Ronaldo's talent and self-confidence soon saw him become a crowd favorite at Old Trafford. Signed from Sporting, the Portuguese arrived in Manchester a teenager and left as one of the world's biggest stars, becoming United's first Ballon d'Or winner since Best. In the process, he, like Beckham, eventually departed for Real Madrid, joining the Blancos in a world record £80 million deal in 2009. Michael Owen, dogged by injuries, his association with Liverpool and the fact he was up against Wayne Rooney and Dimitar Berbatov meant Owen was always fighting a losing battle from the moment he joined United in 2009. He struggled to make much of an impact during his 3 years at Old Trafford, though his stoppage time winner to beat Manchester City just months after arriving at the club will see him go down in Old Trafford folklore. Antonio Valencia, signed to bomb down the right-hand side from Wigan Athletic, Valencia was handed the number 7 shirt for the 2012-13 campaign following Owen's departure. He struggled to live up to the added weight of the shirt, however, and reverted back to his favored number 25 the following year, with his form since improving so much that he is now United's on-field captain and one of the first names on the team sheet. Angel Di Maria, after a season in which the number 7 shirt was not used, Di Maria arrived from Real Madrid, having been named man of the match in the Champions League final just months previously. The Argentine quickly fell out of favor under Luis van Gaal, however, and despite finishing the season with 12 assists and 4 goals, the winger was sold to Paris Saint-Germain after just a year in England. Memphis Depay, signed for £25 million having impressed for PSV, Memphis was unable to lie up to the hype or his price tag in the Premier League. His best performances for the Red Devils came in European competition, but he soon became surplus to requirements under Jose Mourinho and was sold to Lyon in January 2017. Alexis Sanchez had been courted by Pep Guardiola at Manchester City for some time, and when United beat them to the signing, it was billed as a real statement of intent at Old Trafford, but the move quickly descended into a nightmare. Sanchez later said he had wanted to leave the club after his first training session, and in the end he only lasted a season and a half in Manchester. 45 appearances brought just 5 goals, and he was loaned out to Inter for the 2019-20 season. After impressing alongside fellow United rejects Romelu Lukaku and Ashley Young, Inter made the move permanent in the summer of 2020. Edinson Cavani came into United in October of 2020 and was meant to be one of the missing links, as the club looked to add some genuine firepower into the squad. However, the Uruguay international scored just 19 goals in 3 seasons and was allowed to leave on a free transfer. It's fair to say he did not exactly set the world alight as intended, although his impact was limited due to frequent injury and fitness issues, as well as fierce squad competition. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, the Portugal international, reclaimed his old shirt when he returned to United, but it didn't exactly go to plan. Ronaldo did score 18 goals in 30 Premier League games in 2021-22, but things quickly turned sour after the appointment of Erik ten Hag. He scored once in his final 10 league games and was shipped off to Saudi Arabia.
That concludes the latest update in today's Transfer News Bulletin. Thank you for following the daily transfer updates on Marco Vu channel. We'll meet again in the next Transfer News editions. Goodbye and see you soon.